can't see everything. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and get this party started, as they say. So my name is Tiffany Twickler, and I am the current president of LOTA. So welcome to everyone. As far as I know, this is our first virtual town hall meeting. Thank you to Jennifer for the suggestion. I think it's a great idea and potentially maybe something that we can carry on each year, maybe for OT month. So speaking of that, happy end of OT month to everyone. Hope it was a great month and everyone felt more empowered about our profession. Thank you to everybody who's on here, everyone who are members of LOTA. We appreciate you. And if you're not a member, we hope we can convince you to join by the end. So just a little bit about the LOTA board. We're comprised of all volunteers. We have 6 officers. We have 7 council chairs, and some of the chairs are comprised of 2 individuals, so they're co-chairs in their position. And we also have district chairs. We try to host we have been very successful with hosting quarterly board meetings. This past year with COVID, it's been a little bit different, and we've had to kind of shift more into the virtual realm, but it's gone really, really well. And hopefully in the future, we'll continue to utilize Zoom as some options for our board meetings. It's a great way of getting more people involved and less travel on those Saturdays. Let's see. I don't know, my computer's making noises. So just I'll kind of talk a little bit about what we've done in the last year as an association. Some of this might be repetitive because we have blasted about this on our emails and in our newsletters. But we've been trying to have more of a presence on social media. We do have a Facebook account and an Instagram account. Amanda's not on today, but she's our marketing and newsletter chair, and she's been doing a great job. And we have a lot of contribution towards those things from board members and also from students. We've done a couple different giveaways in the past year just to try to get people more involved, get people more excited, and who doesn't love a free bottle of wine? We've done some fun things related to the holidays. We've had a Halloween costume contest. We've done great things. Rachel kind of headed a Hurricane Laura relief drive, and that was very successful. Related to COVID, Kira and Bailey did a great pick-me-up for different clinicians throughout the state. We had a successful Christmas donation, Thanksgiving donation drive, I'm sorry. And what else? We got together, and I realized today that I don't know if it's on our website, so I'll have to, that's my job after this meeting. But we created, finally, we said we were going to do it for forever, created a district map. And it's color coded by parishes, and let's see, it's 8 districts, right, Miss Linda? Now I'm questioning myself.
Can you share your screen and you can show it to them?
Oh, right. Let's see if I can get fancy. I did just email it to myself. Let's see. Hold on. This is real fancy.
Well, one of the things that people need to know that they can pick which district they're in. You don't have to live there. You pick where you would like to participate. And sometimes you might live in one district, but you know a lot of people in another and you like what they're doing and whatever. And you can attend those district meetings. And I think some people kind of forget that. And, you know.
Okay, maybe once we move on to the next person, I'll try and figure that out and we'll share it at the end.
All right.
I'm not very tech savvy. So thank you, Ms. Linda. Those are all great points. And then our district chairs will report out, but they also hold district meetings quarterly, or at least we're trying to move towards that. We've had a few inactive districts, but we're making great headway. Right now, we've had a few people transition in and out of roles, but for the most part, all of our board positions are filled which is great. That has not always been the case in the past. So that's also very exciting. We really do have a good group. We have great communication amongst everyone, whether it's via email or GroupMe. Everyone, I believe, has pretty much stayed informed in the last year and a half. That's been my job. I don't know what my real job description is, but that's pretty much what I've been doing. We've created some great documents clarifying the difference between LSBME and LOTA, kind of describing our role. And I know that that document is definitely posted on the website. We have a great, oh my gosh, I don't know what to call it. It's not a program. We have a connection with MedBridge. What do we have, Danielle? I don't know. Danielle threw this together. To where
we're affiliates.
Affiliates, there it is. So we are affiliates with MedBridge, and maybe Danielle you want to talk? You tell us about MedBridge, or tell them about MedBridge.
Alrighty. So MedBridge is one of the top, as far as online education goes. They put a lot of pride into bringing evidence-based courses to clinicians, and so we paired up with them. We partnered with them because we feel that they promote the level of quality that we want to support in LOTA. And for every person that signs up through our LOTA, using our code, they get a special discount for unlimited courses for an entire year. And the highest level, I can't give you the exact amount. I think it's $225-ish. Is that about right? So. For the highest level, and that includes all kinds of great home exercise programs and handouts for patients. And I use it really because I like going to live courses. So I'm kind of a nerd. I'll watch something if I just want to see something extra. If I have a patient, I haven't seen that diagnosis in a while, but I still go to live courses, but I keep up my MedBridge because I love using the information handouts for my patients. But for every sign up using our code, we also get commission as LOTA. So quarterly, they send us a check to thank us for our affiliation. So as we get the word out, we're doing a service to those that sign up, and we're also reaping the rewards from that as well. So, and the more people that sign up under our name, the higher our commission level becomes. So I've even kind of pimped us out to PT. I've had some PT friends that didn't get all of their CEUs. And so when they lifted their in-person mandatory requirements this year, I was like, hey, I have a great idea for you to get your CEUs. So I signed up like 4 PTs using our code. So it every little bit helps. So just get the word out there, and it gets people to our website and gets them looking for that code. And another reason to be a member of LOTA.
Thanks, Danielle. So something else that we try and offer our members and non-members is courses. So we can, with our district meetings, we offer a CEU for those who attend. And then we also put on different courses throughout the year. So in the past, we've traditionally done a spring conference because of obviously things that are going on, this global pandemic. We were not able to have a spring conference. We've also held fall conferences before, and we've also had just one-day courses. Last year, we were lucky to have a partnership with LSBT, and we hosted a virtual big course, which was very successful for us. We did a lot of the legwork as far as marketing, and we were compensated well for it. So that was a huge success. As far as upcoming courses for this year, on June 5th, we have a splinting course, which is unfortunately already sold out. So we'll have to maybe look at doing this again next year. We also have a home health course the same day, June 5th. That's in New Orleans. Registration is open for that. So definitely spread the word for anybody who might be interested. The course has also been approved for physical therapists and physical therapy assistants by the Louisiana PT Board. And then, like I mentioned, LSVT Big, we're partnering with them again, and we're having another virtual live course in September. Not seeing the dates, but I believe they're like the 24th and 25th. But anyway, that's on the website and that's on Facebook as well. Some courses that are in the works that we have discussed is a pediatric course. It's been a while since we've had one of those, so we haven't forgotten you, any pediatric people out there. I can't promise when it will be, but our education chair, Meredith, is trying to get that together for us. And she's also working on a potential stroke certification course, but that won't be for sure until 2022. Well, if it happens, it's not going to be this year, potentially in 2022 for that. So that's all that I have as far as courses. I'll talk, I guess, a little bit about membership. So right now, and this report is from a day or two ago, so the numbers might be a little off, but our membership total is 508. Which it is great. This is the highest we've been consistently in a while, so that's very exciting. So good work, everyone. But of that number, and again, I wish I could screen share. I'm not good at that. I just hold my paper up. But of that number, 213 of them are students. So a little less than half are students. So again, percentage-wise, it is better. So we have 5 different schools within the state, and most of them are requiring their students to be members now, which is great. So thank you for all those professors that are on board on this call. We really, really appreciate that, and that has been a huge help. So where we've kind of struggled and where we've had some discussion recently about where we're going to go moving forward, or kind of where our minds need to go, is how do we keep, these 213 students, and how do we transition them to become members within the next year? So that's typically where we have the drop off. We might have a couple stay on, but we lose people. So one step that we have been successful with just in the last year is when students join, they have to give us, they don't have to, but typically they give us their personal email. Before, probably 90% of them would give a student email. So we've changed literally the field on the registration for membership to where it says personal email. And then myself and now Connor, who's our membership chair, if they do still register with their student email, then we're reaching out to them personally, asking for their email address. And 95% of the time they give it to us. So that's a big step. So we have their contact information. But where do we go from here? So we've had a few people kind of reach out on GroupMe recently, and it's in the works, and we're hoping to get some form of student mentorship program together. We don't really know the details, but we're going to keep working on a way for us to retain those student members. We do have a first-year clinician rate, which is pretty good. So a student membership, for those who aren't aware, is $25. And then our first year clinician rate is $50. So it's definitely a deal. Students, they always say they don't have money, they've been in schools, they're just starting to work, but it is possible, it is feasible. We just have to really get them to see the value in membership. So we can kind of keep y'all updated on the progress of that, because it's only going to be a success with the help of all of the other practitioners in the state. We are a small group of people, and we already do, a whole lot, I'd say. And there's a lot of students out there, so we need all of you guys to help us. So we will definitely keep y'all updated on the progress of that program and let y'all know how y'all can help. Okay, I'm probably forgetting something, but I think I'll stop talking because my face is red. And I guess we can go into the district chairs. I don't know who, let me see who I have listed first. It's in no special order. All right. Mary Beth and Leslie, are y'all on? Do you y'all want to jump in?
Sure. So my name is Leslie Moore. Myself and Mary Newstrom are the co-chairs for the Acadiana district. Our role is to attend the board meetings that are hosted once a quarter to get an update on what's going on in our state organization, and then to host within the next month a district meeting to update our local members on what happened in that board meeting. And then in conjunction with that update, we provide a CEU. So it totals 4 local free CEUs a year for our members.
Hey, it's Mary. So far we have hosted 2 meetings. One was with the orthopedic doctor who talked about upper extremities, hands. We had about 20 to 30 people show up. And then we had another meeting that addressed lymphedema, and a smaller crowd of like 10 people came. But at the end of the meeting, we give them, if they're a member, we give them the CEUs. We give them an update of what's going on. I think Leslie already mentioned that. So that's it.
All right. Thank you, ladies, for all of your hard work.
We do also, I know each district kind of maintains a Facebook group. Mary and I have actually outsourced that. We had a local member who wanted to be involved in some way, and so we kind of delegated that job. So we have another member in our district who maintains our Facebook group and posts updates for our district there.
She's really good. Okay. All right. I know Bailey couldn't make it. Shannon, are you on and you want to just at least introduce yourself or report out?
Yeah, my name is Shannon Richard. Bailey Berrigan and I are the Southeast District chairs. We're relatively new to the role, but we're in the process of planning our first meeting, and we're aiming to have it maybe the first week of June. So we'll keep y'all posted via email, but we're really excited.
All right. Thanks, Shannon. All right. Jennifer, Emily.
Hello, everyone. I don't think Emily could make it. Her son had a baseball game, but I'm Jennifer Peridot, and Emily and I are co-chairs for the Northeast District Chair. And I mean, for the Northeast District. And in February, we had our first quarterly meeting, and we had a record 27 attend. And Amy Colvin is actually on our Zoom call tonight. She was our guest lecturer, or one of our guest lecturers in February. So we greatly appreciated that. And like I said, it was a record for us, that many attending. And some were on Zoom, but the majority were face-to-face. And also, one more happy to announce, Emily and I did a Facebook, tried to really push for new members, and we're doing a drawing tomorrow. So we did have 4 sign up this month for LOTA. So that's, it's better than 0. I wish it would have been a few more than that, but we did put together a cute little basket with some OT letters and cute OT stuff that will be given away tomorrow. So anyway, happy to be here. Thank y'all.
No, thanks so much, Jennifer. Y'all are doing so great. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Rachel or Jennifer and/or.
Hey, I'm Jennifer, and Rachel's our co-chair for the South Central District. We've hosted 1 meeting this year. We were actually able to get our lobbyists to come and speak and kind of talk about some of the legislative issues that were going on, and kind of just the importance of being able to support our lobbyists and what it means to LOTA. So he was a great speaker at our first meeting. So we've got 3 more meetings that will be coming up. We're definitely looking to have one related to peds, and then one related more to our adult geriatric population. So you can be looking kind of forward for the dates for those. We're looking to do a membership May, so kind of a membership drive in our district as well. We'll be doing just giveaway for someone entered in the drawing for new members who join in May. So that'll be exciting. Our Facebook page is Red Stick OT, so you can join us on there to see more information related to our district.
Thanks, Jen. Rachel, did you want to say anything? You look so cute.
Nope, Jen said it great. We are just excited to keep, pushing on and being creative and hearing back feedback from, how we can better help our members and support them. So we're excited, and I'm very thankful to be on the board and to work with Jen to get things done.
Thanks, Rach. All right, everybody. So we do have 4 other people who are going to report out, but then we will have time for any questions or comments or concerns. So I guess I should have told you all that in the beginning, but Regine, are you on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're next.
Hi, everybody. I'm Regina Dade. I'm the treasurer for LOTA. I've been involved with the organization for many years in different capacities. So I took on this role in the last year or so. Just to kind of go through where we stand financially for you guys, and looking at our balance sheets, we do have a couple of accounts. We currently have about $50,000 cash on hand, and that's broken into our 2 accounts. One is our operating account with about $11,550, and our savings account, we have about $38,500. That's kind of our safety net, if you will. The good thing when looking at our balance sheet is we have no outstanding liabilities, so we are great from that perspective. When we look at our revenue, I'll give you guys a little short breakdown of where we are. We currently, we start our fiscal year July 1st each year, so as of July 1st, 2020, so looking at about 10 months of revenue, we're just under $39,000 of revenue. And that comes from several areas. The first one, we've had a few donations. The largest, of course, is our dues. So we heavily rely on membership, as you guys know. We spoke earlier about MedBridge. Just so y'all are aware, over the last 10 months, we've gotten about $425 from them. We also get paid for some CEU approvals and also approved provider courses. So those different revenue streams have brought us in almost $1,200 this year. And then our other big area is our workshops. So it's really imperative that we focus on those and get those out to the public and get people involved. But year to date, we're about $10,000 revenue, just under $10,000 for our workshops. From our expense side, we have expenses coming in from a few different directions. We have our operating costs, day to day, just to keep the organization functioning. Our website costs a little bit to maintain as well. So those administrative costs have been just under $22,000 this year. And another big expense that we do have is our lobbying efforts, but that is worth its weight in gold. We cannot cut that back any. We need Kevin out there, and we need our people in our corner and lobbying for us. So through April this year, we are about $13,750 in our lobbying efforts. So again, it's a big cost, but it's something we cannot do without. A few other little miscellaneous costs, like some of the, donations we may give. We did donate when we sadly, tragically lost an OT in the Baton Rouge area. We do our little giveaways at times. And so we have a few little miscellaneous costs like that. But our total expenses this year, or through April, are just under $36,000. So we do have a little bit of income left. We're not in the red. We're not doing fantastically, but we're not in the red yet. So year to date, we're at a total net income of $3,287.42. So guys, we've got to, just from all angles, get our memberships, people on board. The student members are great, but we need our professionals to be members as well. So y'all, if you have a coworker that's not, encourage them to join us and help us out. But so far we're good. We're trying different avenues, and I think we'll hopefully be able to keep us afloat and keep this necessary organization going. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'll do the best I can to answer them for you.
Thanks, Regina.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Sam, are you on and able to report out?
I am. Hey, I'm Sam Granciani. I'm legislative chair for LOTA. And great ending talking about our lobbyists, because right now we're spending a lot of time talking with Kevin. This is our busiest time of the year because session is going on right now. There's actually a committee of us, so everyone's, you can go on the website and find my email, but always looking for new people that are interested in reviewing bills. That's what we've been doing the past month, and just making sure that before session starts, nothing that's going to be presented is going to interfere with our Practice Act. And Kevin does the brunt of that work because he is the one with the computer program, and he's searching for keywords that, he's just been around a lot, so he's learned a lot of OT words that we look for. And then when something catches his eye, he sends it to us, we review it, we say yay or nay, and we work together. We work with other professions like the physical therapist, or, if it's the massage therapist, then we need to come together. So at that point, it becomes a lot of communication with different people. That's why it takes a whole committee. So if you're interested in doing things like this, please email me. It's very interesting. And, I find when I talk to my coworkers who aren't members, there's this thought that, oh, AOTA's got my back. They're protecting my, Practice Act. No, they are looking at the United States Congress. It's LOTA looking at the Louisiana Congress, who's making those everyday changes that you're actually going to feel and see. So it's very important, the work that we do. But we do one fun thing, and that is our legislative day, which we schedule ahead with Kevin during session, and you'll start seeing posts for that soon, and a link to start registering for that. But basically, we schedule a day where we go into the rotunda of the Capitol in Baton Rouge, and we just set up shop. We bring treats and coffee and big OT signs, and we all come together, and it's great just for meeting other OTs. It's very peaceful, it's very upbeat, and the Congress people like to come. They want to make their constituents happy. They want to see what we're all about. We need to make a presence for them and know that we are important, and they do need to look out for our backs. And so they'll stop at our table. We just say hi, what OT is. And it's a great resume builder. If there's any students on here, to just add under your extracurricular activities. I am not only a LOTA member, but I participate yearly in Legislative Day. And it's really fun. And yeah, that's legislation. And well, I guess at the end people ask questions. So whoever needs to go next.
And Sam came up with a fun little t-shirt design contest this year. So I don't know if all of you have any designs that need to be submitted by tomorrow. Don't forget. Can't wait to see what you creative people have come up with. I did not submit a design.
I didn't either. I'm not a creative person. I was just hoping there were creative people out there that would want to do that. And if it all goes well, I think Amanda's keeping tally of all that. but hopefully it'd be really cool. I mean, obviously low key, wear your scrubs, come from work, but it'd also be really cool if we were all wearing like the same t-shirt. So it'd also like, you know, make us stand out. So, but we'll get to that when it gets closer.
All right. Danielle, did you want to say hi?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Danielle Kaiser. I am the Standards and Practice Chair. So I've been practicing for 20 years. I'm kind of an old dog. And so I pretty much handle all the questions that come in about, is this legal? Is this not legal? Should I do this? Should my company be doing this? Sometimes billing questions. And so I communicate with LSBME, with the OT Advisory Committee and AOTA to see if we have any state or federal issues at hand that we're concerned about. And also, as questions come in, if I can't answer them personally, I seek out the professionals that can answer those specific to the clinical area of practice that the question comes from. So I feel that we're such a valuable resource to people out there. That's a reason in itself to be a member, is to have all of these therapists literally nationwide at our fingertips that we can reach out to and ask questions if we have any concerns at all. And there have been specific questions coming up. I work closely with Sam on legislative committee because our practice of occupational therapy is so closely related to what's going on legislatively. And so we do have constantly other disciplines that are fighting for their own lives out there. OT is established, but there's a lot of new and up and coming areas of practice, and there's a lot of existing practice areas of practice that want to be more recognized and be reimbursed for their services. And so they're trying to expand their scopes. So we have to be very vigilant and make sure that they're not stepping on our toes, because as LSBME exists to protect the public, it is LOTA's responsibility to protect the practice of occupational therapy in Louisiana. And I think our board works so well together, and we have a wonderful team that makes sure that we always are doing the best we can to make that happen, between Kevin and all of our committees and all of the people that serve on this board that volunteer. I just feel like it's an invaluable resource, and definitely worth the $100 a year to be a part of that. And Sam is being, she's not telling about all of her great accomplishments this legislative session already.
That's what I was gonna say. Will somebody say what y'all already
we
did?
need to talk about it. The massage therapist, and this is just an example of what it's like to be on the legislative committee. Massage, that when Kevin sends out our bills that we need to review, one of them was massage therapist trying to get electrotherapy added to their Practice Act. So massage therapists are not trained in the pathology of utilizing electrical currents. And so we called them on that, and we went opposed to it, and communicated with physical therapists, and ended up talking to the massage therapists themselves, let them know that we are in support of them updating language in their Practice Act, but we needed it to be in accordance to what they are trained to do, and not disillusion the public as to what they are able to provide. And so physical therapists and occupational therapists worked together with the massage therapist to come up with some language that they were okay with. So they were able to achieve their goal and move forward with presentation of their bill. And then our official position at the end of the day was not opposed. We aren't necessarily supporting it. We don't want to put them on a pedestal and say, hey, OT's helping these people through. But basically we either go opposed, not opposed, which means we're neutral, or we support. So, so that's just an example of a day in legislative session. And this was Sam's first legislative session as chair, and she did a stellar job in handling all of this coming at her.
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah, I know. I got lucky because last session I was pregnant, and I don't know why I thought I would give birth in March and be ready for session in April. But then COVID hit and session got, you know, canceled. I was like, oh, that worked out great. That's like a positive thing that has happened for me. So yeah, it was nice to have a whole year to like prepare and get ready. And thanks for sharing all that, Danielle.
All right, Miss Linda, do you want to say hi?
Yes, I will. I am Linda Allwood, and I work for LOTA and have for about 25 years as your executive director. And I want to tell you, I have watched this organization go from very, very high points to very low points, you know, everything from after Katrina, where we lost, you know, over half of our members and people were scattered everywhere and whatever. But I have never seen the board as strong as it has been in the last few years. It is outstanding. It really is. So I have enjoyed working with you. I'm going to hopefully see you meet all of those goals that you've set for yourself, because you've set some really big ones. You know, basically what I do is the nuts and bolts of behind the scenes, and a lot of it with the continuing ed, with certificates and so forth, and keeping up with your financials and doing that sort of thing. We will be giving out some CEUs to those people who attended tonight, and I'll just send that by email to you, to the email that you registered with, and we've got a list of those who are here. So we'll look forward to that. But let me know if you ever need anything. A lot of times what I do is I'm kind of the gatekeeper, and if somebody calls, and I'll figure out which direction it goes or who can answer it or whatever. And but I'll be glad, you know, to help in any way I can.
Thanks, Miss Linda. You're the best. Okay, I think I'm gonna try this share screen thing real quick before we open it up to questions. All right, let's see. Okay, is it working or no? No.
Not yet.
Oh gosh. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Oh man. Oh wait, hold on. Your entire screen.
Yeah, you have to click on the one and then press share. There you go. Now you got it. We just have to have.
Oh, okay. All right.
There you go. Now you
Can you see it?
Yeah, we got it now.
Yay!
Yes.
Isn't it pretty? So this is the district map of Louisiana for LOTA. So it's nicely color coded. It may or may not have taken hours to do, but it's done. Okay. And we'll make sure we get it on the website, because I really don't think it is.
All right.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if you can see me. Oh, I think you can. Okay. So that's a town hall meeting, huh? All right. I don't know how we want to do this, but does anybody have any questions or comments? You can just kind of say something.
You'll need to unmute yourself so you can talk.
Maybe people can raise their hand with that little picture icon, and we know how many questions, you know, and to get one. I don't know if picture. I don't know.
There's a question in the chat on the Louisiana stance on AOTA's licensing compact. Maybe Danielle, if you want to take that one.
Sure. Vicky, so this is something that we definitely don't want to be left behind. We know a lot of other states are getting behind it, but as more and more states are beginning to look at it and adopt it, there's very different wording state to state. And so what we're doing is getting with these other people that are approving it. And we just want to be sure that we protect ourselves. So we know eventually we'll go in that direction so that we do make it easier for clinicians to practice between states, but we also, especially with telehealth, being a growing trend as well, which we also want to be a part of. We just want to make sure that things are being done correctly and that we don't open the door to have licensure compact, allow people to practice in Louisiana that are really in New York and have a monopoly of OTs in one place, and they're treating all of our patients here in Louisiana and taking our jobs via telehealth. So we're trying to make sure that we avoid those kind of nightmares. And so we're being responsible about it, but definitely we know that this is the direction that our profession is going and we don't want to be left out. So the answer is yes, but we are cautiously moving in that direction to make sure that we protect ourselves. And LSBME and OTAC are on board with that as well. And so we will be working with them because LOTA will have to move it through legislatively. And then LSBME and OTAC will be the ones to make those necessary changes to our wording and our rules. So we'll be working with them, but we'll be putting out information as we start to adopt wording. We'll put it on the website, and so people can start reading and giving feedback before we actually present anything.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions?
If there was any other current hot issues with legislative session so far. Really, other than that massage therapy bill that's going through that Danielle explained, there's really nothing else. I think they consider this a fiscal year, meaning congressmen can, or congresspeople can only bring 5 bills up because they're focusing on the budget and all that stuff this year. And so because of that, everybody is bringing all 5 of their bills, but there's just not as much, Kevin says, as there normally is. So we're good so far, but I mean, anything can happen because while all the bills look good now, it might go into committee and then someone might do an addendum that all of a sudden now affects us. So that's why we just have to stay vigilant the entire session. And I forgot to mention, legislative day is June 3rd. That's a Thursday, and it's actually the last week of session. Scheduled it like that because last year we weren't allowed to have it, and I don't know what it's going to be like this year if they're going to let people in big numbers in the rotunda. So the later the better, I figured, for that. And now that session's over, it's going to have more of a theme of just like, hey, thanks for doing your job. Enjoy your summer. We appreciate you. Know who we are. It'll be like, oh, good. Thank you.
Perfect.
So another practice area that is a hot topic right now, but behind the scenes has not made the stage legislatively yet, is dry needling. And we do have a dry needling committee, and basically LSBME is not so opposed to it anymore. We've met with them, we've presented evidence, so right now they want to wait and see. Originally AOTA went neutral, but then the RA has gotten involved and they are a little more open to listening to the rationale for seeing it as a useful modality for occupational therapists, especially hand therapists, as we're losing clients to physical therapy since we cannot do it in other states. In some states we can, but Louisiana we can't. And AOTA being neutral on it was reason enough for LSBME to not throw their support behind us. We're hoping that with the information we've presented them so far, and if AOTA swings in a positive direction, that we can get them to approve it without having to take it to the legislative stage. Just because every time you do, you're leaving yourself open for people to scrutinize. And so if we can get the board itself to agree to it, then it'll be pretty easy to move it through and get that into our rules without it having to go through legislative session. And we definitely don't want, I mean, if we have LSBME and the physicians going against us, that would make it more difficult. But ultimately, if we have to go that route, we will. But hopefully in the next year, we will get it approved through more peaceful means. So it's looking good.
Thanks, y'all. And Kevin does a great job, especially during legislative session. For all members, we blast out an update each week. So he keeps us posted on everything that's really going on, which is another great perk. We love Kevin. Any other questions? Okay, well, if not, then I guess we can conclude our first town hall meeting. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We hope you got something out of it. And if you think of anything after it's over, you can always email any of us, Ms. Linda or me, and we can certainly address your questions moving forward or take any ideas into consideration. Yeah, you help make us great. All right, thanks everyone. Happy Thursday. Have a great weekend.